Shamanettes, and welcome to The Beauty Shaman. So today I'm going to talk about my top 5 anti-aging, in quotation marks, with my broken wrist. I'm going to talk about that. I didn't even mean to lift that up, but I did. Anyway, I broke my wrist. I was out jogging here in Ecuador where I live and tripped and broke my wrist. Very exciting. But I get the cast off in a week, so yay! In any case, my top 5 anti-aging tips. And I use the word anti-aging in quotation marks because I am pro-aging. I love the aging process. I think it's fabulous. I love getting older. I care so much less about what anybody thinks about me. I'm so much more confident, and I'm sure many of you can really reiterate that yourselves. So I'm pro-aging. I think our world teaches us that it's bad to age. Use all of your money to not age because it's bad and you get judged and it's terrible. I also do not use injectables or plastic surgery. That's a part of my platform because I want to give you the absolute truth about what I use, why I use it, and what it looks like. Okay, having said that, I do have a broken wrist and I'm not sleeping well, so I do have a little bit more dark circles than normal. However, that's okay. That's life. Okay, so what are my top 5 anti-aging tricks, secrets, things that I do on a daily basis that I feel really strongly about? That's what we're here to talk about. All right, before we get started, please visit my website at thebeautyshamanstore.com, sign up for my newsletter, and instantly get a 20% off coupon. Yay! And hit the subscribe button and the bell here on YouTube to be alerted every time I upload a video. Let's get going. Okay, so what are my top 5 anti-aging strategies, I guess I could say, that I want to share with you? So the first one is that your skin is the largest organ in your body. It is 80% made up of what you eat, what you drink, what you think, how you think about yourself. I believe that you are a whole being. I don't separate. I don't say, okay, your skin is one part of you and then you've got your foot's another. No, you are an entire being. Your emotional state, your spiritual state. I am the beauty shaman, so I do talk about spirituality sometimes. That really comes into it. If your spirituality is positive and uplifting, that is going to make a huge difference on your skin, your health, your face, everything. So I'm a firm believer that 80% of what your skin looks like has to do with what you eat, what you drink, and what you think. Okay, those things. So in other words, take supplements, take vitamins. I'm a big believer in supplements and vitamins. If you have contraindications with medications, obviously look into that. Be an intelligent human, as I know you all are. Having said that, I do take things like vitamin C. I probably take about 4,000 milligrams a day of vitamin C, an enormous amount of vitamin C. It really helps to build and strengthen my skin as well as my general health. I take vitamin E. I take large doses of vitamin D, which is huge right now. That really does strengthen the immune system. I take magnesium. I put up in the corner here a whole video I did on supplements. I am not a naturopath. I cannot prescribe. I cannot give you quantities, even though I can share what I take. That really is dependent on you, your health, what works for you. Very important to get help if you need advice on that area. Again, not a professional, not a medical professional, but I would say I've really noticed a huge difference in my skin when I started really getting serious about taking supplements. So big believer. Okay, the second thing I would say is vitamin C. Vitamin C serum specifically. Yes, taking internal vitamin C makes an enormous difference, but so does vitamin C serum. Vitamin Cs are huge right now. Everywhere you look, every brand has put out their own vitamin C. And that's great because it really does strengthen your skin. It is absolutely a must-have. I would say vitamin C and retinol are the 2 must-haves when it comes to the anti-aging sort of idea and strengthening your skin and encouraging cell turnover. I did a whole video on those 2 products, ingredients specifically, so do check that out up here in the corner. You really do want to use a product that has at least bare minimum 20% vitamin C. There are 8 different forms of vitamin C. I've written a whole blog on that and did a whole video on that. Again, that'll go in the corner. Having said that, there are 8 different types, so you want to get one of the better types of vitamin C in the product, okay? One of my favorite types of vitamin C is tetrahexadecyl ascorbate. Fabulous as oil soluble. You can also get water soluble, which would be L-ascorbic acid, sodium and magnesium phosphate. Those are all water soluble. Having said that, one particular, I do want to point out a few products here. This is Restoring Youth Serum. This has 3 types of vitamin C in it, which is fabulous. Again, there's lots out there on the market. You can go really inexpensive with The Ordinary is a brand that's very cheap. They use L-ascorbic acid, which, I think sometimes that can be irritating. So that's why I'm not as huge a fan of that, although some brands do use it and mix it with other ingredients that add hydration, that take away some of the irritation. So it really depends on what you buy. But what I am saying is start using it. If you don't use it, I would say branch out, start using it. If you are looking for a fabulous vitamin C, my favorite is Tooth Treatment's vitamin C. This has 80% of tetrahexadecyl ascorbate, so fabulous, oil soluble. You'll notice a difference immediately. Having said that, I know we're all at different price points. Inflation is raging. So do what suits your budget the best. But if you use a product and you notice it's not working anymore, I would upgrade, right? Because sometimes our skin get used to things and we need to upgrade. It's fabulous as an antioxidant to protect your skin against pollution, against free radicals. It is absolutely one of the best anti-aging. It minimizes fine lines and wrinkles. It encourages collagen production. Vitamin C is really fabulous. So do get yourself a really good vitamin C. Okay, so what is my third biggest trick that I use, biggest strategy, anti-aging strategy, and that is to use retinol. So retinol is one of the top ingredients that you want to invest in to help benefit your skin with cell turnover. And what it does is it starts to strip away the top layer of your skin. So you should notice a little bit of irritation, some flaking. That's actually very, very good. So I would say use retinol, and then when you see some irritation, stop using it for a couple of days, let your skin heal, and then go back to it. Different quantities of retinol are going to have a different impact. If you've never used retinol before, get a very inexpensive retinol with a lower impact on your skin. Not the price has everything to do with it. It certainly does not. However, the higher on an ingredient is, the more that's in that product. So some are definitely going to be more powerful than others. Definitely read your ingredient deck. With vitamin C, you want those vitamin C ingredients very high on the ingredient deck. Retinol, you want it about midway because too much is going to be too irritating. But retinol encourages cell turnover. Use it daily if you can. What I do is I spot use it. So for example, I'll take my retinol and, I use it every day. But some days I'll do like a double layer through here. Or some days if my skin's a bit irritated, I'll only use it on the parts that I really want to see improvement. I'll put it directly on my age spot, like just tap it in there. And that helps to start to minimize those areas. So you can use it as a spot treatment. I have read that you can't. I don't know why that author said that. That's not true. Use it as you want. And if it is regular retinol, in other words, over-the-counter retinol, not prescription strength retinol, that actually is really powerful. You will notice an immediate change. You will see lots of irritation if you use the prescription strength, which is great if you want to see immediate change. However, if you're going to get over the counter, you are going to see a change. It's going to be a little bit slower, but you can use the over-the-counter ones on your neck, and that also helps with this area right here that we all start to struggle with as we get older. I've done a whole video on this particular thing. I'll put that up in the corner on the neck and different strategies for the neck. But retinol is great to use for all over your face, down your neck, in your décolleté. You will notice immediate improvements. Retinol's fabulous. Okay, so what brands? This is one I carry. I love. This is Image MD. It's called Restoring Youth Repair Cream. Use retinol at night, and then during the day, be sure to put on sunblock because that will protect your skin. Retinol does make the skin more sensitive, so you really want to be careful. Don't be out in the sun if you're starting to use retinol. And some of you don't want to use retinol for that reason. I totally get it, but it does have a big impact on your skin. Okay, number 4 in my anti-aging secrets, exfoliation. Exfoliation is what it's all about. That's what retinol does. That's what vitamin C helps with. In particular, though, exfoliation is done by alpha hydroxy acids, or AHAs, also beta hydroxy acids, BHAs. Okay, so if a product contains glycolic, lactic, or salicylic acid, or all three, those are the AHAs in it, that's really going to help with cell turnover. That's going to help with exfoliation. So my cleanser, this is an ImageMD Restoring Facial Cleanser I'm using right now, contains AHAs. So that's great because every single day, twice a day, I'm helping to exfoliate my skin. You can also take more dramatic steps and do things like peels. And that's something you would go to an esthetician to do. I'm an esthetician, so I know all about this. But peels contain higher quantities of AHAs. And that really has an impact on, removing that top layer of dead skin, because as we get older, our skin doesn't turn over. Our skin cells don't turn over as fast. They slow down about 10 times as we get older. So that's why we start to age, because our skin cells are not turning over. And so we get all this layer of dead skin. So anything you can do to start to get that to turn over, and it tells the deeper layers of your skin, produce more skin cells, and that's where it gets brighter and your complexion really improves. So that's the reason why AHAs are so powerful. Microdermabrasion, microneedling, all of those are along that line where they really encourage cell turnover by damaging the top layer of your skin. So vitamin C, retinol, AHAs, all used together really has an impact on your skin, and you will notice a difference using all of this in conjunction. Okay, number 5, I actually mentioned it in number 4, but I'm going to return to it here, is using a little bit more invasive treatments like microneedling, microdermabrasion, that sort of thing. There are microdermabrasion home kits. More and more you see kits and devices that you can use at home. I also use a microcurrent machine by Truth Treatments. I love it because it gets in there that microcurrent and it strengthens the muscles beneath your skin. And that's what happens, like everything starts to kind of slide, right? So if whatever you're using to help tighten those muscles, you'll really notice a difference, and that's where a microcurrent comes in. That's not one of my main points because I think, I want to keep this small. I don't want to overwhelm you, but that is something that I use. I would say if you go into an esthetician and you start to get peels done and microcurrent and even red light therapy, that sort of thing, all of those things will really begin to strengthen your skin. So that's a little bit more expensive, a little bit more complex. So it just depends on where you're at. I realize inflation, like I said earlier, inflation's high, so I'm trying to keep things budget friendly. But for those of you who do want to spend a little bit more, I think that is a great way to go. You will notice much more dramatic outcomes by going that route. However, every single day, if you do my first 4, you will notice a difference within 2 weeks. I mean, there's hands down, there's no way you won't. Those things do have an impact. I would say it's 5 minutes a day and you'll take 10 years off your skin if you're consistent with it. Okay, I hope you found this helpful. It's my top 5 anti-aging strategies, secrets, whatever they are. Please write down below. I always love hearing from you. I always respond. I really love all of you. I give you love in all of my videos, and please let me know how you're doing and maybe what you're learning or maybe other videos you'd like to see. All right. Thank you so much for watching The Beauty Shaman.